Good morning. It's now just gone 7 in the morning on Sunday the 13th of May. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. Bit of a milestone this morning for me, as this is my 100th episode I'm going to be uploading, which I never thought I'd get to when I started all those years ago. But here I am, 100 episodes in, and hopefully going strong. We will see. Anyway, a few bits to show you today of how progress is going on the allotment, show you what has been done and what hasn't been done, and basically just moving on towards summer. Anyway, what hasn't been done is, this is where my cow manure was put last year, and as you can see it's good stuff and it's growing a lot of weeds, so all this needs clearing out. The manure needs spreading because I've got a couple of beds which I've emptied which now need to be filled up with good stuff ready for planting. So this is all going to be cleared out over the next few days, I'm hoping. That's the plan, but you know what plans are like. Never happen, do they? If you remember last time, this bed was covered in weeds and with mare's tail. As you can see, that has all been taken out. The weeds have been hoed, the mare's tail have been pulled by hand, and I've got lots and lots of things in there now. Where all the labels are is where I planted the seeds. This is square foot gardening, or mostly square foot. Some of the ones around the edge are slightly bigger than square foot because the bed isn't exactly square. But I've got lots of beetroots in here, I've got onions, I've got lettuce, salad crops. What else have I got in here? I've got radish in here, I think. Carrots, bits of everything really. The rest of it's going to be filled up hopefully today, and I'm planting out the rest of my onions into here as well. What else have I got to show you? Oh yes. Purple sprouting broccoli is probably coming to an end now. As you can see, the stalks have been trimmed. I've had a second cut off that last night. I don't think I'll get a third, but you can live in hope. And then the plants will be taken out and fed to the chickens because they love the leaves. So we shall see how we do with that. Let's see. Leeks are starting to go to seed. Now you can tell when a leek's going to seed when it starts throwing out a seed head like this. Now this, if a leaf, will become a flower and become a flower pod. If you want to save seeds, this is the thing you should leave and let it go. If you want, you can cut these off at this point. You cut them off low down. You can chop that and use it like a very mild garlic in stir fries, things like that. If you leave it, it will go to seed. I have taken a lot of the weeds out of the front part of the bed here. As you can see, at the back there's still weeds, in the middle there's still weeds. I'm taking them out as I get to them. I'm not particularly bothered about them at the moment. They're not causing a problem. But when this bed is empty, I'm going to top it up with manure and possibly with fresh compost. First potatoes, nothing showing as yet. I've tried a new method with these this time, because what I used to do is fill the buckets with 6 inches of soil, put 2 or 3 potatoes in, or 4 depending on the size of them, top it up, and then as the leaves grew I would then top it up and top it up and top it up and keep on going all the way to the surface. What I decided to do this time is leave it a couple of inches from the top and let it grow through. Whether it works or not, I don't know, we shall see. I'm going to do some others later which are in the traditional method of I've just mentioned, but we'll see how we do. Don't know. The last cabbage from over there has gone. You can just see bits of it hanging inside there where the chickens are now. Put that in yesterday for them, and they've shredded it as they are supposed to be doing. But anyway, that's now bed. That bed is now ready to be topped up with compost and manure, and ready for the sweet corn when they germinate out of the greenhouse. This bed, full of grass and weeds and everything, that's to be cleared. That's where the second lot of sweet corn is going to go. So I'm going to have 2 beds of sweet corn side by side. Right. What can I show you now? Oh yes, I know. All the soft fruit here, the blackberries, the raspberries, are coming on nicely. As you can see, that's blackberry. Lots and lots of blackberries. Now this one only gives little blackberries, so hopefully I'll have enough to make it worthwhile. And I'm also going to get some netting to throw over the top of this bed. It's a big bed though. It's about 14 foot long and about 5 foot wide. So I'm going to need a heck of a lot of netting for this, just to make sure I keep the fruit myself this year, because last year the birds got it all. Even this one, the red currants in here, as you can see, are starting to flower. Now these are just in a bucket of water. They're cuttings from last year. I cut off the plant to take the fruit off and basically keep the plant trimmed a little bit, and it's worked well. All the strawberries that I've taken out of the beds where they were spare are coming on nicely. There's flowers coming on them, so I should hopefully get some strawberries. And oh yeah, my dancing gnome, who you've probably seen a few times in the strawberry bed, has got a companion. Got this fun little guy for Christmas, so I brought him down and he's now in here. The strawberry beds are now been weeded completely. There's the gnome I was talking about before, my little dancer. You can see her from this side. No, you can't see her. She's hiding in the leaves, never mind. But all the weeds, etc. have been taken out of there now. That's all nice and clear. Rhubarb is doing fantastically. That is my grandson's garden bit there. Now, one thing I spent a lot of time yesterday doing was digging out this bit here between the decking area and the pond, because it was absolutely heaving, riddled with mare's tail roots. I've got 3 buckets that size out of this little area. The whole thing itself is going to be dug through and cleared. I'm going to then put more soil back in. I'm going to put the oregano back in, which is here, and the goji berry, which has been mistreated, but hopefully it'll survive. And then they will all go into here. And this will become my herb area, hopefully. We will see. We will see. On the other side, over there, I've got a little patio area I'm extending. This is a bit I'll never be able to grow on, because when they dug the drainage channels for the drainage, typically, it ended up going under the corner of my plot there, because my plot goes almost up to the fence. The fence was moved in about a metre just after I joined here, because the old fence behind was falling down, and it deemed easier to take the old fence down and build a new one a metre in. So my plot goes almost up to that fence, but they have dug through there and taken away part of my plot, but still better than it was. Right, I'll just quickly show you inside the greenhouse before we finish. It'll take me a little while to get there, past everything else that's still left out. As you can tell, it did rain a little bit overnight. Everywhere's nice and damp, which is nice. I'll fill the water bottles up a little bit more, because I am going down through it quite a bit. Right, okay, inside the greenhouse. I've potted on into individual cups, as you can see, these plastic cups. All the tomatoes, the peppers, etc. over here are doing well, and the sweet corn is doing fantastically well. Another week or two, that'll be ready for going out, which should be end of May. Now, we're away for the May bank holiday, so it'll probably be just after that. The currant bushes are reaching the roof, they're doing really well, and we have got 3 pumpkins coming out. One Atlantic Giant at last. I've never had to grow those before. Courgette's doing okay at the back there. And then in here, all the herbs, etc. at the back. Move this out of the way. All the herbs at the back which are doing okay. I've got borage, I've got dill, I've got parsley, got everything in there. Then at the front, I've got some of the brassicas that we potted on. These are the ones that are fried the last time we had some nice weather. Unfortunately, I've lost quite a few of those, so I'm probably going to get some plug plants today when I go to pick up some more chickens, which is something we're doing later on. And again, some more down there. As you can see, they're not looking very healthy. And I've planted a few cucumbers at the front, and then some swede and celeriac in that little thing there that are going to come through in a bit. Not really hopeful for any of the brassicas. A couple may survive, but most of them look like they got hammered and got scorched, so probably going to do nothing with them. Anyway, 100 episodes. Thank you all very much for watching, for subscribing, for liking, and I do appreciate all your comments. I do reply to every comment. I shall leave you with one of my success stories, the herbs I planted from seed this time, which are doing really, really well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.